Chris Cenac is one of the loudest rising recruits in high school basketball right now. 6'10" forward, 5-star kid, and he's in the news for a variety of reasons. First of all, he's transferring to Link Academy. This was announced over the weekend. Chris Cenac will play for Link Academy next season. Also, he's picking up offers from everywhere. He has, I think, 14 new offers since May from many of the best programs in the country. Most recently, since we did a Cenac video last week, Chris Cenac has added offers from UConn, the two-time defending national champions, and Michigan State, the two-time defending 7th place Big Ten. Actually, I think you finished 5th. One of the, I don't remember. What are you guys at this point?
You're a dick.
Are you excited that Michigan State offered Chris Cenac?
I am. But it's interesting to me because, like, given their track record, I guess they don't like they're recruiting high level guys, but not necessarily like just offering guys that are like top 10, kind of like this. Like if you look at even like Xavier Booker, they offered him before like he ended up being as high as he was. That Jeremy Fears, they like these type of guys usually get in on early, where in this case it seems like they're kind of getting on after he kind of blew up, which I don't necessarily hate. Like maybe that's a shift in strategy, which I'm cool with.
You know what that
But
is?
Saudi,
It's Saudi. This is
I
Saudi.
love. All right, well, I love that energy then.
Yeah.
Also at the same time, like this was fun, but also like the big dogs jumped in. You know what I'm saying? Like it was fun, but now it's probably time to take our ball and go home. Unfortunately.
Maybe. So Senac's awesome. Again, we had a whole video on him earlier this week where, he has offers from everywhere except UConn, and that's changed over the weekend. But if you go through like all the other schools that want Chris Cenac, it's all the best teams in the country. Like there's no gap here. Like whoever wins this recruitment is going to beat out everybody else in the country. That's how this works. He won MVP at the NBPA event last week. Like, by all accounts, he was the best player there. He's not just added UConn and Michigan State. Michigan offered him in the last 5 days. Arkansas just offered him most recently. He picked up Kentucky, UCLA, Alabama, Baylor, Indiana, Kansas offers all since May. Illinois is on the list. Like, this dude's a total stud, and he's a stud where it's like everyone in the country is realizing how good he is right now. We talked about his game in the last video. I feel like he's a top 5 player in the class. Like there's just nobody. He moves like a guard. He moves like a guard, and he's a 6'10" big or forward. To me, he's going to be in the NBA sooner rather than later, and he's woefully underrated. Like all of the recruiting prospect profile stuff is like 20 spots too low on this kid, and I think the offer list and the offers that are flowing in right now reflect that. Yeah, this is Saudi. Like to talk about the Michigan State side of this for a moment. When we did the Saudi Washington job announcement video, I think my initial immediate thing to you was this is the best recruiter Tom Izzo's had in a decade. Here you go. Like this is what Saudi brings to the table. It's probably not a coincidence. Like Michigan was starting to recruit Chris Cenac, and then now that Saudi's at Michigan State, he's trying to leverage that relationship. Saudi is a superstar recruiter, though. Like I don't want to give him all the credit because Michigan has landed a lot of good players and had a lot of different good coaches on staff. But like Saudi often was the guy developing these relationships. If you heard players in high school talk about like who do they talk to on the Michigan staff, there would be times Phil Martelli could pull like the East Coast thing, but more often than not, Saudi was getting a lot of mentions, especially in the Midwest, which I am not going to sit here and pretend that Chris Cenac is a Midwest kid. He's from the state of Missouri. You know who was from the state of Missouri?
Who?
Terrace Reed.
Well, he's from Louisiana.
Oh, Chris Cenac?
Yeah, I think he's going to
Oh,
play
he's going to Link. Yeah.
But yeah, the point still stands. He's going to Link in Missouri.
Correct. There's just some connections there, is all I'm trying to say.
There is. Was Saudi the main guy for Terrace?
I don't know. I do not know. I know Terrace played at Link though. So like,
Yes.
and I mean now Terrace is now at UConn. So I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I think this is a sign of things to come for Michigan State fans, though. Like, these are the types of players Saudi's gonna get you into recruitments of.
Yeah, I will say this though. I was a little bit. It is good to see, obviously. And it's massive to see because I think there was such a need to recruit a big in this class. I thought it would be more like actual center a little bit. Like Cenac to me is a 6'10", like wing player, maybe like a 4, not necessarily like a traditional, I guess, Michigan State center, which I'm not like mad at. Like maybe there's a change of the philosophy of it. Honestly, just a good player at the 5 spot. I really don't care. Like just like we get on here and sing every day. We're like, just play Xavier Booker at the 5. I don't care. Just get a good player there. So honestly, good on Sadi. He's been here for a week or so, a couple weeks, and I think his strategy is already being kind of evident. I don't know if it's gonna work out, but it's nice to be on a graphic. Nice to get mentioned once in a while. Damn it.
Yeah, just a lot of big programs on the graphic. That's the only
Yeah,
problem here.
I'm
Yeah.
sick of UConn coming in and like ruining all the fun. Like, I'm Michigan State. I want Nico Bundalo. There, here comes UConn. Braylon Mullins. Here comes UConn. Hurley's a psychopath.
UConn can't get everyone though, right? Like we did Malik Thomas and we were like, oh, this is UConn. This one doesn't feel as like done deal because UConn swooped in to me.
I don't want to put into the world that UConn can't get everybody because I think Hurley will try.
Because they can get everybody. Okay.
Right.
Gun to your head right now. Where does Chris Cenac commit?
Kentucky.
Really?
Yeah.
Mark Pope?
Mark Pope.
Really?
I would have felt better if he was still in Louisiana, but I don't know. I think Pope's gonna make a splash in like 2020. Like I think he's gonna pull in a massive, massive class
I could see it.
and maybe fail.
I I don't know. This one feels weird to me. Like he could definitely end up at UConn or Kentucky or Kansas. Definitely. Kind of feels like a kid that won't be blue blood to me though. I don't know why. I don't have a good reason for it. Um
Oh no, don't say LSU.
maybe like Alabama or Auburn here.
I can see that.
Just yeah, that's my feel of like who does he feel like he plays for? And then I think he'd be really, really good when he gets there. All right. That's everything, I think, on Chris Cenac. Any final thoughts? Are you happy? Are you happy Michigan State is here?
Listen, East Lansing is a vibrant, lively town. Hopefully the money starts to follow. More right now moving forward. Maybe Saudi can have an influence on that as well. Just come on, check it out. It's a great place.
The NBA draft is coming up, and I've got something awesome for you. We are partnering with the people at NBA 2K Lab. NBA 2K is the best video game on earth. The people at 2K Lab are making some awesome stuff to make that game even more fun, and they just launched their 2024 NBA Draft Simulator, where you can find the official Sleepers Media big board. We ranked our top 75 players in this draft class. Me, Carter, Brian Ralph, Riley Davis. We did it together, and it is featured on the 2K Lab NBA Draft Simulator. You can take control of any team in the draft, play GM with just one click, and see our entire rankings before these videos even come out. Check out the link in the description of this video to try out the draft sim for yourself, and you can find more mini games at nba2klab.com/NBA-mini-games.